Hi, hello. Today when I went for a walk, and it started raining. I didn't expect that. Yeah, maybe because of I didn't check on weather on the Google, so I get what? I got what? What? Yeah. Anyway, let's start our shadowing for today.
Oi oi.
Oi oi.
It's me again.
It's me again,
Chris,
your favorite podcaster.
Wow.
Well,
I'm gonna coin myself.
I'm gonna
that.
coin myself that. Not, I'm not sure if that's true.
Excuse me. Oh,
Excuse me.
I'm still a little bit.
I'm still a little bit under the weather.
I feel like
when I get a cold, it kind of lingers. It hangs around for ages.
Not that the peak is around, not like the strongest part of the
not like the strongest part of the cold hangs around, but just like a little grumbling
of the cold
is still lingering.
Like I have to blow
like I have to blow my nose.
I know. Every hour.
Just once.
So annoying.
It's so annoying.
Maybe it's getting old.
Maybe it's getting old.
Weaker.
And getting weak. But I do
eat a lot of fruit.
I do eat a lot of fruit and
really
that kind of thing.
Why, but
so I'm not really sure why.
Anyway.
But anyway.
Alright.
So
it's me again
by myself on my Jack Jones, which means to be by yourself. And we're going to talk about what is this. This podcast is going to be called It's called about awkward movements.
It's going to be some good
phrases in here, some good phrasal verbs, some natural British English. So I hope you enjoy.
Today
we're going to talk about something we all experience, no matter how confident you look on the outside. Not that I do. And that's awkward movements. When I travel around and people ask me, what's British culture?
Being
awkward has to be around the top of the list for sure. We are very awkward people in the UK. We're not like the USA. They are cool and they got their movies and their cars. We are very awkward people. Okay.
That's probably why
we like to make fun of ourselves all the time.
Because we know
we are a bit awkward. Anyway.
So awkward moments,
movements that you physically cringe when you think about years later.
Moments
that suddenly pop into your head when you're trying to fall asleep.
Maybe it's
something you said. Maybe it's something you didn't say.
Or maybe it's just
a long, painful silence.
That feels like it lasted forever. I'm going to tell you
a little bit about my life. A story I actually haven't told many people. So
if you can,
make sure you keep it between me and you.
Right, keep it to yourself.
Right, keep it to yourself.
I don't want
people laugh at me.
By the way, very important. By the way,
if you want to listen to this podcast and read the text at the same time, you can download the transcript below. Just click the link, type your email, and then search the correct episode number on the PDF. Anyway, this is my English. My name is Chris. Let's jump it.
Alright, let's start with something
simple.
I still
remember
moments
from years ago
that probably
meant nothing to anyone else, but to me, they felt huge.
Massive. trying to start a conversation and immediately realizing
it's going nowhere.
Or saying something
that sounded fine in my head,
but weird
out loud. Okay?
Now, here's a little mini story before we jump
there's
into
here
the
is
big
the
story.
mini story before we jump into the big story.
I went to a party.
A few years ago, I went to a party.
And I tried to start a conversation
with someone.
I want to
impress them,
right?
You know, right?
I wanted to sound
interesting, confident.
Instead,
I completely blurted out something strange and immediately tripped over my words. I won't tell you what I said. I won't tell you what I said. I blurted out something stupid.
So I think
this can be one of my biggest flaws. I think
it is one of my biggest.
Well, probably it is one of my biggest flaws. I say
too excited or
I get too excited or anxious
to get the
joke out
or the story out, and it ends up coming all wrong
without enough context. So people are just like, what are you talking about? Anyway. So
it's just kind of thing,
you know, when your mouth is moving faster than your brain, and the other person would give me that kind of polite smile, the one that says like, I don't want to be rude, but
this is awkward.
Normally we just stand there for a few seconds, and
then someone else would
come over and rescue the conversation. Of course.
But
on this occasion, I decided to go for the classic move, the move that always works for me when I get into a sticky situation with another person.
When I'm with another person
at a party.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do.
I want to leave. What I do is this is a golden rule.
Drink
your alcoholic drink as
quick as possible, right?
Your alcoholic
beverage, drink it as quick as possible.
Tell the person you're going to the toilet.
And then tell the person you are going to the toilet.
Okay. You do go to the toilet.
You do go to the toilet, and then you get another drink. There you are.
You can move to another
group. You can find another person. That's what I always do. I get out of awkward situations by basically drinking my drink as quick as possible, and then going to the bathroom, and then finding another group to humiliate myself in front of them. Anyway.
Let's dive into
the actual story, right? This awkward movement still makes me laugh now and cringe, maybe at the same time. So I was at the university study for my literature and language degree, right in Manchester, in the north of the UK.
And
I was in a language class. We were discussing language.
And
I was sitting with a room full of students from different parts of the country. But most of them were from the north. I was one of very few, if not maybe the only one from the south. Okay.
So the south
being below Birmingham.
And at one point,
the professor decided to talk about pronunciation, specifically the bar trap split. At this point, I wasn't too aware of this. I didn't know too much about it. So
she asked the room,
is anyone from the south?
Okay. I
stupidly put my hands up and said, yeah, me. Because I want to stand out. I want to be cool. I'm the only southerner here.
So she wanted a real
example a southerner's accent in general.
Okay, so she looked straight at me and said,
okay, so she looked straight at me and said
something like,
can you read this word for me? There's a word on the board on the whiteboard.
The word
was B-A-T-H.
I'm not going to read it out yet.
I'm not gonna read out yet.
But in that moment,
my brain completely shut down.
I panicked. I
didn't think.
And instead of saying
bath,
right, that's what she wanted.
That's what she wants.
I read it.
She wanted.
I read it
as bathe.
I just panicked.
I didn't know what to do.
It's not bath.
I was like, it's not bath. It's not bath. Bathe.
And then that of course was completely wrong.
Everyone look at me like you can't read. You are in a literature and language degree.
You can't read a word.
You can't read a word.
So everyone was looking at me.
Everyone was looking at me. I was
horrified.
I was horrified. Of course. There was obviously
a lot of silence.
And
the teacher smiled.
And she looked at me and she said, "No, that's bathe." And she added the E onto the word. That's bathe. So bathe is B-A-T-H-E.
So then she kind of looked around the room again, like.
Then she kind of looked around the room again, like.
I'll do this then.
I do this then. And she said.
The difference between
the southern accents in general and the north and the northern accents is the bath chop split. Bath
with the
elongated A
sound
bath.
And the north bath.
And the north bath.
Which kind of closer
it's
to the US
kind of
version.
Closer to the US version. Anyway.
I just wanted the ground to
swallow me up,
right?
To open up and swallow me up because I was horrified. I was humiliated.
The irony was painful.
Of course, I was there to demonstrate pronunciation. I messed it up. Looking back now, that movement actually taught me something important. Everyone, even people who study language, brings up, mess up, and say the wrong thing sometimes. And I think it's just about still putting yourself out there to make that kind of mistake.
Helps you to learn way more.
Because I'm never going to make that mistake again.
The whole idea
of the bath teaching that part of pronunciation has stuck with me. And I wonder why. It's probably because it was horrifying for me.
And so,
looking back,
time has passed.
Or passed.
I think it's a wonderful thing.
A wonderful thing. It's a great thing. So why this movement stay with us? Well,
mostly because
we overthink.
We replay them in our heads.
We replay them in our heads.
We go over every detail. We imagine how we
look, how we sounded.
What everyone must have thought. Chris is an idiot. He can't read. So I've done this more times than I can count. I lie in bed and suddenly.
Of course, I lie in bed and suddenly remember something awkward from years ago, and I think,
why did I say that? But
here's the thing. Most of the time, the other people have moved on. They have moved on.
They probably don't remember
it at all.
We're the ones holding on to it.
We're the one holding on to it. Eventually, Eventually these moments turn into stories. Bring up with friends. We laugh about them. We laugh them off. So when you laugh something off,
you make fun of the
situations to get over it, to move on. For me, one of the best things. For me, one of the best things about awkward moments is that they are relatable. When you share an awkward story, people usually lighten up. They relax. They realize they are not alone. Awkward moments can actually break the ice. They give people permissions to be imperfect, which I definitely am.
And when someone opens up about
an awkward experience, others usually follow. This is powerful, especially in another language. I remember to do this.
When you meet other people,
don't be worried about
making mistakes. It's perfectly fine.
And
you know what?
And you know what?
It might even help you make friends.
It might even help you make friends.
And I think it's really important
to laugh at yourself.
Maybe this is
a British thing again.
It's really important to have.
But I think it's really important to have this ability to let your ego step aside and laugh at yourself.
Something that changes
as you get older, and honestly, as your confidence grows.
Is how you
deal with awkwardness. When I was younger,
moments like that,
university story would completely knock me sideways. I would dwell on them, chew them over, and convince myself everyone thought I was an idiot. Now,
I know I'm an idiot.
I know I'm an idiot.
No, I still cringe.
No, I still cringe, but I'm only human. But
I don't make a big deal out of it.
I don't make a big deal of it.
I don't make a big deal out of it.
I don't make a big deal out of it anymore.
There's a very British
thing we do where we take the make out of ourselves. I mentioned this before, but it's a nice phrase to take the make out of yourself.
Okay, or just to take the mick.
Or just to take the mick. To make fun of situations, other people of yourself. To take the mick. So in British culture, we use humor as a shield.
If you can laugh
first, it somehow takes the sting out of the situation.
I've even noticed
that when I tell stories like the bath story.
People
don't judge me now.
They usually say something like,
"Oh mate,
it happens to all of us."
It happens to all of us.
And they're right. At the end of the day,
awkward moments are rarely as bad as we think we are. Most people are so busy to worry about their own mistake, to focus on yours.
And I want you to kind of
and I want you to kind of take this into language learning.
Into your life in general.
In your life in general.
It's good
to make mistakes.
It's good
to be awkward.
It's good to put yourself out there and take risks.
It goes to put yourself out there and take risks.
Because happiness. I heard this in another podcast.
I heard this in another podcast, and it's really stuck with me.
Happiness
or achieving happiness is only the other side of the awkwardness, or on the other side of the embarrassment. So trying to get over that,
putting yourself
in a situations where you might be embarrassed,
is the quickest way.
It's the quickest way to get to happiness. I promise you. So there's one thing I want you to take away from this episode. Don't be so hard to yourself.
We all
put our foot in it sometimes.
We all say the
wrong thing at the wrong time
to the wrong person.
And if you
learn
English, That's not a failure.
That's the process.
That's part of the process.
You're going to mess up.
You're going to mess up.
You're going
to freeze up.
You're probably going to say
something that makes you want the ground to swallow
to swallow you up.
To swallow you whole, right? To swallow
you up.
But those moments, they are proof you are actually using the language.
So next time something
awkward happens,
try to brush it off.
Have a laugh.
And maybe you can have a bit of a moan about it.
Even have a bit of a moan about it. To a friend later. That's extremely British.
Have a moan. Take the mick out of yourself.
And take the mick out yourself.
If you start doing those things.
If you start doing those things.
And you speak English.
You are basically British or British. Thank you.